Force, work and energy. Learning objectives. Force. Kind of forces. Work. Machines. Energy. When you open or close the door of your room, you pull or push it. Likewise, you move your chair or table or any heavy object, you pull or push it. This pull or push is called force. Force. Force is just a word for pushing or pulling. If you push on something or pull on it, then you are applying a force on it. Force makes things move or, more accurately, makes things change their motion or direction. So, you can define force as a push or pull that changes the position, direction, motion or shape of the object on which it is applied. Push the car. Pull the car. Kind of forces. Forces play an important in your daily life. Activities such as hanging, sitting, balancing, moving and spinning are all examples of force. Gravity and friction are two main kinds of forces which work against motion. Gravity. The force by which the earth pulls an object towards itself is called gravity. When you throw up a ball, it slows down, stops and then falls down. This is because of force of a gravity acts on it. Actually, gravity acts on every object on the earth. The force of gravity between two objects depends on the masses of the two objects and the distance between the centers of the two objects. Force of gravity also acts between any two objects in the universe. There is a gravity force between you and Earth. There is also a gravity force between you and all the other planets, and between you and the people sitting next to you. A boy throwing up a ball. Friction. Most of the motions that you find on Earth involve friction. Friction is a force which occurs when two surfaces rub against one another. If you push a toy car slowly on a carpet, the toy car's speed decreases and eventually it stops. Friction occurs because of the rubbing of the toy car against the rough surface of the carpet. Friction force is less on a smooth surface. A girl pushing a toy car on carpet. A girl pushing a toy car on floor. Work. The word work is used in many different ways. In your daily life, you eat food, you play, you read or you go to school. All of these activities are called work. Let us know how science defines work. When you use force on an object to move things, the object may start moving or change its shape, or direction or speed. In science, it is said, work is done on the object. Science says, you do not do any work if you stand at a place with a packet in your hands for a whole day. This is because there is no movement of the packet. Work is done when a packet is kept in its place, when door is opened, when a coconut is cracked. Sometimes you apply force on object to stop or change your movement, but it does not move or change, so no work is done in this case. A man holding a book. Kids playing football. Machines. A machine is a tool used to make work easier. We use simple machines to help us do work easily. A machine also uses energy to do work. Some simple machines are levers, pulleys, inclined plane, screws, wedges and wheel and axles. Lever, inclined plane, wedge, wheel and axles. Levers. A lever is a simple machine that is made up of a board or bar that rotates on an object. The object that holds up the bar is called a fulcrum. A lever is used to lift weights, cut things and open lids. Scissors and bottle openers are examples of levers. A seesaw is a type of lever. It is a rigid bar that has the fulcrum in the central point. Seesaw. Scissors. Bottle opener. Pulleys. A pulley is a useful machine for lifting objects. It consists of a wheel and a rope or chain. In villages, people use pulley to draw water from wells. Water being drawn from a well. Inclined plane. An inclined plane or a ramp is one of the basic machines. It reduces the force necessary to move a load to a certain distance. It is used to move things to a higher place by changing the strength of a force. Examples of inclined plane are ramps, sloping roads, chisels, hatchets, plows and air hummers. ramp, sloping road, chisel. Wedges. A wedge is a simple machine used to separate two objects or portions of objects. A wedge is made up of two inclined planes. These planes meet and form a sharp edge. Wedges are used as either separating or holding devices. A wedge can either be composed of one or two inclined planes. Examples of wedges are knives, axes and forks. Screws. A screw is a simple machine made up of another simple machine. It holds down objects and holds them together. It can be used to press or crush objects too. You can define a screw as an inclined plane in the round with a wedge at the tip. In a common screw, the pointed end is a wedge. The thread that wraps around the screw is the inclined plane. Screwdriver. Wheels and axles. All vehicles have wheels. The wheel is a large object. Two wheels are connected by a rod which is called axle. The wheel rotates around the axle. You can find a wheel and axle used almost everywhere. They help to move objects. Some examples of wheel and axle are a steering wheel, a bicycle pedal and a bathroom taps and ceiling fans. Steering wheel, ceiling fan, tap. Sci facts. Gravity also holds Earth and the other planets in their orbits around the Sun. Energy. You need energy to play or walk or do some work. You burn energy in your body. Computers, fridges, TV and other machines also need energy to work. Energy lights your homes, runs your vehicles and machines. Heater warms and AC cools your homes due to energy. Energy is defined as the ability or the capacity to do work. You get energy from sun, wind, water, agricultural residue, fuel wood and animal dung, by changing them to suitable form. Burning fuel. Cooking food on gas. Sun. Solar energy. The sun is the main source of energy. The energy from the sun is called solar energy. Solar energy is a renewable source of energy. Plants use the light energy of the sun to make food. Human beings and animals eat this food for energy. Sun. Plants. Food. You can cook food or heat water in a solar cooker. During the day, you get the light and heat from the sun. Solar energy. Solar cooker. Solar heater. Wind and water energy. You get energy from water and wind. Electricity is produced by directing or channelizing moving water to power electric generators. Water stored in the reservoir of a dam has lots of energy. To generate electricity, this water releases, moves and rotates the turbines of the generators. Moving air is called wind. It has been used for hundreds of years for sailing, grinding grain and for irrigation. A wind turbine turns wind into electricity. The wind turns the rotor of the wind turbine. The rotor turns a generator, which makes electricity. Turbine generator producing electricity. Windmill generating electricity. Atomic energy. An atom is the smallest particle of matter. Atomic energy comes from the splitting of an atom and is used in industries. It is used for producing electricity. However, weapons like atom bombs, which can kill lakhs of people, are also made by the use of atomic energy. Geothermal energy. The hot core, innermost part, of the earth is another important energy. This energy is called geothermal energy. This thermal energy is contained in the rocks and fluids beneath Earth's crust. These underground reservoirs of steam and hot water can be tapped to generate electricity or to heat and cool buildings directly. Geothermal energy used to heat and cool building. Summary. Force is just a word for pushing or pulling. Gravity and friction are two main kinds of forces which work against motion. Force of gravity acts between any two objects in the universe. Friction is a force which occurs when two surfaces rub against one another. A machine is a tool used to make work easier. Some simple machines are levers, pulleys, inclined plane, screws, wedges and wheel and axles. Energy lights your homes, runs your vehicles and machines. Keywords: energy, ability to do work. Force, a push or pull that moves or stops a moving body.